Hi guys, it's me Pearl. I'm back, and today I want to talk to you about planning your Christmas on a budget and some time saving tips. So, when Christmas is fast approaching, we need to plan. We need to treat Christmas as if it's another project, as if it's a project. So I call it Project Christmas. Um, and we need to plan. So we need to write down, we need to be conscious and aware of what we're spending. So the only way to do that is to write it down on a piece of paper, or as I like to do it, in a notebook. Now, there are many holiday planners and holiday journals out there. I like the one from flylady.net. You can check her out. She has simple, no nonsense tools and also tips and information. But using a simple notebook just to plan all the things that you need to do is a really good way. I like to just do that because it's simple and I always have a notebook on hand. I don't have to print anything out. Okay, so let me just get right into it. Okay, so when you're making your plan, the first thing you want to do is write out your budget. Okay, so this doesn't have to be anything super complicated. Um, Figure out how much you have to spend on Christmas overall, like the total amount, gifts, cards, everything. Um, then what you need to do is write out some categories. Okay, so you're going to plan. So you're going to write out categories like, sorry guys, I'm just looking down because I have notes here. I don't want to forget anything that I need to tell you guys. So you're going to write down, obviously, gifts. Okay, gifts is a major part. Decor, Christmas cards, travel if you travel, um, parties. So if you're hosting a party or you're going to a party, food and baking. So if you like to do a lot of baking and making special foods at Christmas time. School and bake sales and pastries, so that ties in with the baking if you need to do baking for school activities or parties. Family activities, okay, so if there are any activities that cost money, you need to include them in there, like Santa and stuff like that. So I'll go through these. That was just a simple rundown. So you need to write down those categories, and if you have any more, like if you're going on vacation the week of Christmas or after Christmas, just after, and you need to plan for that, you need to write that down too. And, that might be a separate thing, but you need to just write it down so that it's in your plan and when you're doing it and how and your budget. Okay, so let me not ramble on. Let's get right into it. So, gifts. Um, so, when you're looking for gifts, to save time, do it all online. Nowadays, most retailers, whatever they carry in the store, they carry it online, and you can just go online and get anything you find in the store. Um, if you order it early enough, you'll get it and it'll be available. It won't be out of stock. Um, Now, this is Black Friday weekend, so I should say happy Black Friday. If you are ordering today, you might find some things out of stock, but it's better than waiting um, till after Black Friday weekend or even Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday, I find too sometimes, if you're looking for specific products, they might be sold out if they're popular. Okay, so you might want to start early on that. I would even go as far as saying start in October. Here in Canada, our Thanksgiving is the second week in October, and that is when I start doing the planning, maybe going online, looking up certain products. If I go to the store and I see something that I think is appropriate for someone, I will, and it was in my budget, then I will pick it up. So you can do things like that from October, even November, like early November. So that's a way to save some money, just because you're able to get it on sale or at a good price. Use online to save you time. When you're shopping online, I would suggest using Ebates to that website, Ebates. When you're purchasing your products, they have a lot of websites. You just go through eBay, you sign up. Then if you want to purchase, say from Walmart, you would click on Walmart, and it takes you straight to the Walmart site through the Ebates to the Walmart site. And that's it. That's all you have to do. And then you will, when you make your purchase, you will get money back. So sometimes right now they have double cash back. So right now it's like something like up to 4%. So up to. So some things are 1%, some things are 4%. Some stores even offer you up to 10%. So it's a good way to get some money back. So that is another way to save. So even though you might be spending, you're getting some money back. Okay, so take a look at that, guys. Also, use Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Even if you can't get to the store or you don't want to go to the store because you don't like all the craziness, you can still order your things online and save a ton because, like I said, a lot of retailers, like Walmart and Best Buy, I'm trying to think of other ones, but there are quite a lot. They all have the same sales online as well as in the store, so you can go in. Granted, sometimes there are a few items that are only in the store, so you might want to take a look at just going and getting those items there in the store. So just plan it out. If you can go very early to the store, you might want to do that. But like I said, just buy the online and save yourself the hassle. Okay, if you find that you get really stressed out when there's big crowds and long lines, and I would just avoid the whole aggravation and just buy your gifts online. I just wait till they, and even if they're not, you just wait till they go on sale and then buy them. The earlier the better, because the availability will be there. Okay, another app I like to use, guys, is Flip. I use this in the store, or if I'm looking for stuff, to purchase online. Like I said, some stores give the same discounts as in their store. You can go on Flip, type in the product that you're looking for, and it will bring up all the stores and the flyers that product is in and show you the prices, and you can just at one glance on one screen compare, instead of going through your weekly flyers and trying to remember, oh, where did I see that product, or where did I see that product. Okay, guys, so that's a way. So a couple of tips on also saving. Make it, it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can do a small gift, as long as it's thoughtful. If you think it's something that the person would use, just do that, and that can work. You can do a gift exchange. So just contact everyone in October, even early November, before people bought their gifts, and just say, or even if you didn't do that this year, maybe that's something you're thinking about. Maybe when you get together and after Christmas, or after Christmas, you can contact everyone and ask them, like next year, let's do this, or let's have a gift exchange. You can make DIYs. There are tons of DIYs, bath salts. You could put together your own spa basket, which I did last year for my kids' teachers. You can make Christmas ornaments, which you can do for teachers as well, or even if you give gifts to your mailman or crossing guard and that kind of stuff. Okay, so the next tip is eliminating. So you might want to think about eliminating the people on your list that don't need to be there. So teachers, for example, and crossing guards, mailmen, and the like, neighbors, that kind of stuff. They don't really have to be on your list if you don't have the budget for it. Sometimes for teachers and crossing guards and stuff, just a nice letter, a note of thanks, thanking them for all that they do, thanking them, the teachers, for what they've done for your kids so far in the last 3 months, goes a really long way. I've been told by teachers that I've done that in the past, that I do that every year for my kids, for each of their teachers, and they have told me that they really look forward, the teachers that look forward to the letter. And that's something that they really enjoy. And I can speak from personal experience, getting a card, a heartfelt card with, heartfelt words, or a letter from a student, past or present, thanking me, or, outlining something that they like, or that in the studio, or that I've done. Really makes me feel good, and really goes a long way. And I would venture to say that it is way better than having an actual physical gift. So keep that in mind, guys, when you are looking at doing your gifts and budgeting. You also might want to eliminate things like stocking stuffers. I know some people like to do that, but if you're getting a gift, either eliminate the stocking stuffers, or if you don't want to, you can look at going to the Dollar Tree and just picking up little items. If you don't like edible type of items or things that go in your mouth, then pick up like crayons and pads of paper, Play-Doh, just things that people would need, and kitchen gadgets. There's lots of things, if you look around and you really use your imagination and your thoughts and your ideas and really think about that person, there's a lot of things that you can find. Okay, so enough about gifts. Moving on to decor. You can save, okay, first of all, by waiting till after Christmas. And I should also say this about when you're doing for your gifts, on gift wrap and tape and bows and the like, you can really save a substantial amount by waiting till after Christmas and buying what you need, making it a point to buying what you need. So put that in your budget as well after Christmas shopping. I should have mentioned that here. But after Christmas shopping, and stick those items in your after Christmas shopping list. When you're doing your decor and putting up your decor, there may be things that you may notice that you need, or you would like to have, but they're just really costly right now. So I would put that in your after shopping list. Write it down. Write down if it's a priority, if you really need to, or would like to have it in order for the place to look nice, and just leave it there for after Christmas. Okay, you can also make ornaments or make your decorations. You can make garlands, you can make tabletop decorations, and it doesn't have to be anything difficult. It can be something simple. You don't want to take too much time to make these things unless you have the time. A simple vase on the table, or a hurricane with ornament balls inside of it, or that fake snow inside of it. These are all like simple, easy. They don't cost a lot to make, and they give a high impact. So you can do that. Um, so like I said, just keep it simple, and just think about what you can do yourself, or wait until after Christmas and you'll purchase. You'll get it for a better deal. Christmas cards. So if you are tight on your budget, like really tight, and or you just don't want to spend so much on cards, if you're crafty, you can make it yourself. With They sell cardstock fair, pretty good price. But I would suggest going to the dollar store. If you're not a crafty person, even if you're a crafty person, they have very good deals on cards at the dollar store. So that's one thing to consider. The second thing to consider is maybe don't give cards to every single person, right? If you see them every day, maybe it's best to just give them the sentiments personally, and leave the cards for the people who you don't see very often, who you only see once in a while, or you don't see at all. In your cards, it's nice to give a photo, and it helps the person to connect a little better with you. So if you can afford to do that, do that. If not, the sentiments alone, the words in the cards that you put, especially if you write words in there, will go a long way. And lastly, this is probably the best way. I find, for me and my family, if you give them a call, a lot of times sending a card is nice, and it connects a little bit, but it still can be a little bit impersonal. When you give them a phone call, it's personal. It's a personal touch, and they appreciate it so much. So consider that when you are, if you're tight on budget and you cannot send Christmas cards this year, give them a call. Nowadays, we live in the digital age. If they have a computer, they have internet, you can Skype them, you can FaceTime them, you can call them and talk to them and see them face to face. Just make that time, and it does not have to be right on Christmas Day. You can do it before, the weeks leading up to Christmas. You can do it the weeks right after Christmas, as long as you you make the time to do it around the holiday season. That would be the ultimate. Okay, so travel. Some of us have to travel, whether it be far or near. So you need to plan for this, not only in your budget with gas and the gear that you're going to need, like if you need a suitcase or a duffel bag or things like that, or packing cubes. But you need to prepare for that. You need to prepare for traveling, and if you have kids, you need to get all those things ready. If you're going on vacation afterwards, you need to get those things ready now, so that after Christmas, after Christmas, when you're traveling, or if you're traveling before Christmas, everything is ready to go. Because the Christmas season is so busy and you want to spend it with your family. You don't want to spend it packing. Do it now, get it out of the way, and that will save you a lot of time around the Christmas time. Now, if you need to go to a person's house, you might want to consider alternating this, so that you are not always going to that person, a specific person's house, or other people's houses. You want to alternate it. Sometimes it's at your house, sometimes it's at another person's house. So just make a plan. If you don't already have that plan, maybe at the end of this, after this Christmas season, you can talk with everyone in your family and make a plan. Ask them if we can do it, alternate each person's house, so that not just one person is doing the cooking, cleaning, and everything. Now, having said that about the cooking, you can pitch in if you are going. So you need to put that in your budget as well and in your plan, because you need to know when you're going to make that, plan that out. You could do make ahead meals and then just take it there and heat it up depending on where you're going. Or you could just plan to make something simple. But just, it's a great help when we all pitch in. And likewise, if you are hosting the dinner, or any get-togethers, then you might want to ask everyone to bring a dish, and that will save not only time for you, but it will also save a little bit of stress and money as well. So if that is not possible and you have to host and do everything yourself, then I would suggest obviously buying your food early. Put that in your plan and write out your menu, and then make a grocery list off of that. And as you go to each time you go to the grocery store, you're looking in your flyers for the week, and look at your menu and just make sure, if there's something on sale that when you go to put it on your list, so when you go to the grocery store, you'll pick it up as you go along. And I would even venture to do that from October, if you can, if you know what you're doing. If not, then November. And then if not, of course, even starting now would be great, rather than waiting till last minute, because you don't want to be rushing out just for that specific purpose of buying those items, and then you're not getting them on sale. You're buying them at full price. Okay, so enough said about that. If you like to bake, so if you're like me and you like to bake, you need to plan for that. Write out the things that you plan to bake specifically, and you need to write the ingredients that you need for those. If you always have them on hand, great, no problem. But if there are like one-off things that you need, like maybe ginger powder, if you're making gingerbread cookies and you don't always have that, then you need to write that down. Molasses, you need to write those things down so that you don't forget. So when you go to bake, especially if you have kids like me and small kids, you can't just run out to the store. When you go to bake, you want to have it ready for when you're all ready for baking with them. Okay? School bake sales and parties. So that kind of ties in with the baking. So sometimes we don't know this ahead of time. We might only know a week in advance or 2 weeks in advance, or sometimes just at the beginning of December, and that's okay. So once you know, plan for when your next grocery trip within the week, you go and you pick up the items that you need to do your baking, or if you're buying something to send to school, then do that. Okay. Family activities, guys. So lastly is family activities that I've put on here. Family activities include things like going to see Santa. So we need to, if you're going to the mall and taking pictures with Santa, obviously you need to put that in your budget. You need to also plan that out with your time. Okay, some free things that you can do. Going to see light displays. Here in Toronto, we have Cavalcade of Lights, I think it's called, at Nathan Phillips Square, and where they light up the tree and they do everything. It's sort of like Times Square in New York, except it's on a less grander scale, but it's still pretty fascinating, and the kids would love to see it because it's just all lit up, fireworks, tree lighting, light Christmas lights. Like, these are things that are simple but really delight children. And if you can get an opportunity to do that, do so in your town or city. Traditions. So do you have any traditions? Maybe you like to volunteer at a soup kitchen, or a home, or somewhere where you need to volunteer. if that's a tradition for you, you need to write that down and plan for it. You may not need any money for that, but you still need to plan your time with that. And try to make that a family affair. So you're not just taking time away from the family, you are doing it with your family, because it also teaches your kids a good life lesson, and that is to help others. And that is truly what the season is about. So if you have the opportunity to do that, I would strongly encourage you to do it. Okay. Other traditions for us, we build a gingerbread house. We also bake gingerbread cookies. That's something I do with the kids. Um, my husband's birthday is actually 2 days before Christmas. It's on the 23rd. So we actually do plan, nothing too big, because we're always so busy, but we do try to plan, making a birthday cake for him and that sort of thing. So, um, and then also too, we also get advent calendars. So, I mean, your family traditions might be different, but just include those in your budget so that you don't have any surprises along the way, and then you're having to take money away from other things. So try your best to figure out what you need for Christmas. And it's okay if you get to the end and you forgot a few things. Just write it down. So write it down in your plan or planner, and that way next year you have it all there and you can refer back to it and you know exactly what you need. So lastly, I should just mention, guys, Christmas, it's not a competition. We sometimes tend to want bigger and better decorations because our neighbor has bigger decorations. We want to have expensive, better presents than or just like someone else or is giving. And the thing is, we need to consider our own situation. And whatever your budget is, you need to allocate your resources accordingly. And don't stress out about what people will think and how they're going to take things, because you know what, we tend to think about these things too much, but people understand, they really do. And at the end of the day, it's you that has to pay that bill when it comes in at the end of January or in January. If you've put things on your credit, it's you're the one who has to go through that stress. So rather than having that at the end of after the season, just take a few simple steps now. Carve out a little bit of time to do your planning if you haven't already, or to add to your planning and get it all done. And the sooner you get your planning done, the sooner you can get your decor and your decor up and your Christmas shopping done and gifts wrapped, and then you will enjoy the season. You will have time to enjoy the season, at least a few weeks, or even if it's just 1 week before leading up to Christmas, you will get to enjoy that. Your kids will be off in the holidays. You want to be able to spend time with them, whether they are small or they are big. You would love to spend time with them as much as you can. So getting these things done, and especially if you work outside of the home at a full-time job, starting early is very important, because your time is limited and you want to be done at a reasonable time, like I said, to spend time with your family. Okay, so enough. I think I'm rambling on now, so I am going to sign off now. I hope that I gave you some things to mull over in your head and think about, and actually are able to take away and do. And and hopefully help you to be less stressed. If you have small kids, I know exactly how that is when you have small kids and everything has to be done when they go to bed or before they wake up. All I can say is start early. Start right now if you haven't. Even if you do just a little tiny bit each day, you order one gift or whatever the limit is, one from one place each day. Even if you only wrap one gift a day, you will get it done. And even if it's not fully done by, closer to Christmas, you will at least be that much closer, and it will not take you as long a time to complete everything before Christmas. So I hope I hope that was that you liked the video, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of video. Let me know. I do plan to do some videos that are not just sit down, and so look for those in the future. I have some DIYs coming up. I am going to try to do some DIYs. It's an extremely busy time right now for me at the kids' school and with teaching and everything else. But I will try my best to make a video on the things that I'm doing, or just come on here and vlog. And I hope you will join me. Sorry. So take care. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe.